KJ's a great dude, and he's been working very hard, and yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do this year, for sure.
Well, most transfers, they usually come in and they get spring, and you get in and you got no rights at fall camp.
Yeah.
What was that adjustment like for you and just what they wanted from you?
That was a little different for sure. Like, I mean, I graduated early from high school too, so every year I've had a spring ball and then fall. But everybody's welcomed me in a ton, and I mean, football is football, so it's been very good. Yeah.
When you got in, what did Larry say he wanted to see from you in terms of bringing you over?
Coach Jay is super good with all of the technique stuff. So just trying to, I think my effort has always been very good, but he's been very helpful in getting some of my technique like fine tuned. So yeah.
What have your impressions been of Coach Patricia?
Coach Patricia's awesome. I love Coach Patricia. He's a great dude. He really cares about every single person on our team, and obviously he's a super smart football mind.
Do you hear any Belichick coming out of it?
No.
You're one of the few guys that could know.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, there's some similarities in some schematic things, but yeah, definitely different people.
You know, you touched on a minute ago. Is the depth of talent here more than maybe you thought it was going to be when you decided to make this move? I mean,
Yeah, everybody here is ready to play. It's super talented across the board at every position group. So yeah.
What made you want into the portal in the first place, and what was that process like at Raleigh to get?
I just wanted to be. I mean, this culture here is just amazing. So just being able to come here and become the best person and player that I possibly can be, and be around these guys like I was talking about in this D-line room and Coach Jay. Yeah.
Seems like you really turned it on near the second half of the season last year as far as your stats. Is that accurate? Just did the light come on for you, or just
I don't know. I mean, I guess just with more experience came that. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, what's been the biggest adjustment since you got here at the
Biggest adjustment. Well, I've lived in North Carolina my whole life, so it's definitely different just being in a whole new state and being in the city of Columbus. I've never really lived in a city before, so that's also been different. But I mean, football is football, and all the guys have been super welcoming, so that's been very good.
football? Larry
Yeah.
Johnson is regarded as the best defensive line coach of all time. What has he brought out of you that maybe that made this the right fit for you? Because obviously you had other options.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of Coach Jay is like his spirituality and like his faith, and I think that's one thing that me and him have been able to relate a lot on and continue to grow that more so than I have with past coaches. So I think that's been really cool.
How much have you seen kind of the urgency, whatever it may be, pick up as you guys get closer and closer to, top 3 matchup in a couple weeks?
I mean, I feel like we've been foot on the pedal the whole time. I think everything here is super fast, super urgent, and yeah, it's been great the whole time.
Talk about this first time living in the city. How different is that for you? I know you haven't. I mean, classes haven't started.
Yeah.
Life outside of football.
I'm sure it'll ramp up more once classes do start. I haven't obviously during camp we're here all the time, and then even in the summer we were here a lot. So I haven't really been able to go around Columbus a whole lot, but yeah, we've been at the football facility for most of it.
Scoped out any food places there?
Food place? No, y'all need to give me some recommendations, really. I mean, I go to Chipotle dang near every other day, but yeah, y'all gotta give me some recs, yeah.
What's the role? I mean, are you strictly at defensive end? You're not moving around? Is there any?
Whatever they need me to do, I can do. So yeah, it depends.
one of those things was like just describe your game out there as a D lineman.
I feel like I'm just a very relentless, hardworking dude, and I feel like with Coach Jay, I feel like my toolbox has gotten a lot sharper through all that. Yeah.
Logan George here with you.
Yeah, Logan's an awesome dude.
I know he was here in the spring and you weren't.
Yep. Yeah, I love
I
Logan.
imagine that makes it a little more uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, he's been a great dude. He's been super welcoming as well, and kind of going through that transition as well a little bit earlier, and so that was definitely helpful for me to be able to get close to him.
Talk about Larry helping you with your technical toolbox. In what ways have you seen that pay off in the last game?
I think his drill work is just awesome. Like, I mean, I'm sure y'all have watched it, but like his drills are kind of different than what a lot of D-line units do, and so just the intensity throughout all of like our indie drills, I think that's all been super helpful. Yeah.
Seeing some of your clips and highlights from last year, a lot of times where it looked like you were kind of in a 2-point stance or just kind of like your hand was almost in the ground.
Yeah.
Was that part of your role in North Carolina? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
what you did and
Yeah, I mean, it's all schematic. So depending on what the situation is, then sometimes you got to get it 2, sometimes you got to get 3. So that kind of just goes with whatever the schematic of that situation is. I mean, I like to do both. So it kind of just depends on what's going on. Yeah.
But when we saw
One
you
last
out there
question for both.
for those first couple practices, you were out there with Zion a good bit. It felt like. What have you kind of seen from Zion or even Effie, the freshman D? And I mean, obviously you guys are all kind of getting the pace together. But what have you seen from those guys?
Yeah, they're both great guys. Everybody in our room is great guys. Like they're super hardworking dudes coming out here with intensity every single day. And camp can get long, and I feel like everybody in our room has done a great job of like keeping their minds focused on football and trying to get better each day.
Bo, you have kind of a fresh perspective on this Buckeye offense. From your point of view, is there anybody that's really jumped out to you, made you say, wow, a lot in practice?
I think everybody is like just super freaky. Just the speed here is different. The catching ability, obviously our O-line going against them every single day. They've been doing a great job, and I feel like the iron keeps sharpening iron, and everybody's getting better each time. So yeah.
Both, thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all.
Folks, we have Caden Curry on the 20. You played a lot of football here, including fullback, special teams, and DN. You really waited your turn to be a starting DN. How's it feel to finally be in that role?
I mean, definitely just working every day. I mean, kind of just fighting and just kind of taking it day by day and working and just trying to be the best I can be, the best version of myself.
Describe your game out there. You describe yourself as a DN.
I mean, I'm somebody that never gives up, never give up on a play. I'm sideline to sideline, and I just fight to get better every day.
A lot of people have been saying you and Kenyatta really kind of stepped up as the leaders in the defensive line. How do you feel like you guys have been able to do that?
I mean, just kind of taking that, Jack and JT had that leadership role and kind of just filling in their shoes, and then kind of just doing everything we can to kind of help the younger guys kind of get to the speed of the game as it is in college, and just helping everybody be the best that they can be.
What were some of the specific things you learned from Jack and JT about how to be a leader?
I mean, honestly, just the way they went about themselves, the way they lived, their lifestyle on and off the field. I mean, kind of one thing that was really big to me was their faith, and that kind of helped me kind of jump in and kind of go to a different path that maybe I didn't really see before, and kind of just jump forwarded me to kind of help others.
What does that jump for? Something to lean on kind of basis.
Definitely just helped me ground myself a little bit, kind of keep me honest with myself, and kind of never let me get too big-headed.
Larry talks a lot about like those development years are big, especially as far as the second year. How important was that, and how much impact do you feel like those 2 years have on you as
I mean, definitely just seeing all the great DNs before me, kind of learning from them day by day. I mean, just working with them every single day, kind of picking up bits and pieces from their game and trying to add it onto mine. I mean, definitely helped me a lot. And then Coach Jay, just being with him every day, you always learn something every day with him.
Bo was talking about how you've only been here a couple months and Coach has already added to his toolbox. What is it about Larry that helps you guys catch up things faster, or are you able to learn so much?
I mean, with Coach Jay, I mean, you just see all the players he's had before. I mean, you see how dynamic and how versatile they are. So, I mean, I don't know what it is about him, but I mean, he knows the way to talk to us, and he knows the way to get to us. And I call him more of a mentor than a coach.
What stood out to you about Bo and what he's added to this unit?
I think Bo's a great player. I think Bo, I mean, definitely going to bring a lot of impact to this defense. And, I mean, I love the way he plays, and I love how hard he plays, too.
What was your reaction to adding a guy to the roster who's had experience, who's played at a high level, played at a powerful program?
I mean, definitely it's awesome. I mean, having somebody else to come in here and kind of be able to lift the load and kind of push with us and kind of help us get better every single day. And iron sharpens iron, so we love it.
Edric said he'll be ready for the Texas game. How important is he to this defensive line?
I mean, Edric is one of those guys that, I mean, he's a fierce competitor. He fights. He plays hard every single play. And, I mean, he does his job. So, I mean, we definitely need him.
This is sort of an obvious question, but what is this defense going to be about in your mind that's different from a year ago? Set it apart just as you look at it right now.
I mean, I feel like we don't really need to be anything different. I mean, obviously our defense was great last year. I think we need to just keep playing with our hair on fire and just keep playing it one play at a time and just doing our best.
Has Matt Patricia brought some gasoline for that? You understand?
I mean,
Term? I mean, is he
yeah, I mean, Coach.
added to that mentality?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has the same mentality, if not a better one. And I mean, he definitely comes in here every day and works us, and he pushes us to be the best versions of ourselves. So, I mean, I think definitely, I mean, he is doing everything that he needs to get us right and get us ready.
You've obviously been here at Kenyatta for 3 years. What have you seen about him this offseason that's maybe been different?
I mean, obviously, I said his leadership role. That's a big thing. And just the way he's kind of grown up as a person and as a man. I mean, I feel like he definitely is somebody that is going to be a great player this year and fights every play.
Does this feel different for you just this year, just knowing that you have that chance to kind of lead the group this year?
I mean, it's different, definitely, but I mean, I've seen it so much with the older guys, and I've seen how it's done, and I see how you have to do it, and I mean, I feel like I'm definitely capable and definitely ready to do it.
We talked last year around this time when we spoke to you just about why you didn't think about transferring, why you wanted to stay here, even if you had to kind of wait your turn a little bit longer. I guess how rewarding does it feel to get to this point, and how much, I guess, is it a chip on your shoulder to kind of be one of the leaders, to kind of, you guys have talked about wanting to go back to back, be the first group that goes back to back.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally get here and have that opportunity?
I mean, I think one thing about transferring, I mean, if you want it easy, you can leave, you can go other places, maybe, but I always wanted it hard. I always wanted to have some adversity, and I mean, and now that's my time. I feel like it's not really rewarding because I still haven't done anything about it. So, I mean, I feel like I still have to get out there and do my job and do to the best of my ability. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's rewarding yet, and I would just say just keep pushing and keep fighting to be better.
How much do you reflect on some of that adversity and see how much you've grown because of it?
I mean, definitely put a chip on my shoulder and definitely made me fight harder every day, and it definitely kept me humble about myself, and it definitely just didn't let me get a big head.
Hayden, what have you seen out of Edric in the last? He's kind of the Joker, right? He's got that personality, but now he's in the leadership role. How have you seen him balance those two sides of his personality?
I mean, I feel like he definitely knows when to shut it down. He definitely knows when to turn it on. I mean, he knows when we get serious, things get serious. He needs to lock in. He needs to kind of take it in. And I know he knows other times when we're just joking around with the D-line, hanging out and stuff. He knows when to kind of turn it on and turn it off now.
How important is it to have like a guy with that personality type?
I mean, you always have to have somebody that kind of takes the edge off of stuff. I mean, it can get heated. It can get serious. It can get, I mean, a lot of people could have a bad day or a good day. So, I mean, definitely having somebody there to kind of talk to kind of take the ease off of it is definitely nice.
How impressive was it to see?
You lost Jack. For most teams, that could be crippling on defensive. And it seems like you guys are still very deep and talented. Can you expound on that? How you feel about the DM room overall?
I mean, I feel like with always Coach Jay, it's next man up mentality. So, I mean, last year me and KJ were ready at any point if they needed us. And, I mean, obviously we got in there and played and we did our impact that we needed to do. And I feel like we've already been in the spot. We've already been ready like we were going to be starters. So, I mean, everybody here kind of expects to be starters. And when your time comes, making a play when your number's called.
How impressive was it to watch Edric last year? I mean, he's a five-star DN as a recruit, and he ends up moving inside and has a huge impact on the team as the season goes on. How impressive was it to watch a true freshman do that?
I mean, it was very impressive, but it was more just about his unselfishness, being able to kind of come in here and having all of his hopes and dreams be outside, be a DN, and being able to take on that burden of going inside. I mean, it's not easy to be a 260-pound DN to going up in 20 pounds of weight and playing inside and taking on double teams. I mean, it's definitely something very hard to do. So, I mean, I definitely have all credit to him of doing that, and, I mean, it just shows of a person he is. Thank you.
You betcha.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach Johnson on the 20.
Hi, Coach. So all offseason, a lot of us have been talking about the lack of depth at defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that there's a lack of depth? And who stepped up as far as your backup detail?
Lack of depth means that we don't have it. We have depth. Lack of spirit is what we don't have, right? So that's not lack of depth. So you have to build from within. So what we're trying to do is build depth through experience, practice. But the bodies are there. You know, I mean, they just haven't played football. You know, so we have the depth. We have 6 guys I think can go play. We got to get those guys ready to go play. So to me, it's not about building depth. It's kind of get these guys ready to play. So that's a little different than just building.
Who are those 6 guys?
Well, there's guys that work on K-Mac. Those guys are working really hard. Edgeworth's working really hard. Jarquez, our young guy. There's a lot of guys start throwing names out. But my thing is that if I can get 6 guys to play as one, we have a good deal. And that's the whole approach, because we don't know who's going to be the ones, who's going to be the twos, who's going to be the threes. It's all about driving them to understand what it takes to play in that first game. And that's our whole focus. We're not worrying about how many reps they haven't had, how many games they haven't played. The whole idea is to get them ready to play one game, and hope we can carry from there. And so we're pushing the envelope as hard as we can right now to get those guys ready to play. Appreciate you. Excuse me? I don't know where he's close, but he's working hard to have opportunity to get on the field. I think that's the key. He has some things that we like. He's doing really well, but we're still 16, 17 days away to playing a game, so we're still in the process of building him. The thing that he doesn't have, he's never played in a big-time game in front of 100,000 people, and we can't create that. But what we can create is his effort, his ability to play fast, play with great technique, and that's what we're trying to do.
Tyreek and Ty played a lot of snaps.
Who's that?
Last year, they played 450 snaps a game sometimes. Now you've got 2 new guys stepping up into that role, Edric and K-Mac. What have you seen from those guys in the last 9 months, especially now in fall camp, that lets you know that they're ready for that type of workload that you were putting on Tyreek and Ty, and even Mike before he went pro?
You got to remember, Tyreek and Ty has been there a while, so they've gone through that process of playing football. These guys will be the first time ever playing in a big-time game. So I can't say those guys don't play more plays. We're going to have to rotate to keep them fresh, but we got to hope the 20, 25 plays they do play are really quality plays. That's the whole key to this whole thing, right? For K-Mac, anybody that plays 60 plays and play 30 plays half speed, that's 20% of the production we want to get done. So I've got to be smart and understand that we have to build this from the inside out, and that's what we're trying to do.
What did you like about Bo Atkinson?
Excuse me?
What did you like about Bo Atkinson?
Oh, I mean, you watch him on videotape, he's a very twitchy guy. He can run. He's got good length. He's smart. He understands football, and he's walked in here and embraced the culture. That's the really key. He's a great guy in the room, and he'll have a chance to help us in the fall.
What is his length?
He's about 6'6". He's about 6'6" from about 260. But he's got a great skill set.
You have a lack of experience the way that you have at defensive tackle, like you're talking about with Dave. Does that make it, do you think in your eyes, easier for a freshman or a younger guy to push for playing time because it's kind of the baseline of not a lot of guys have a lot of experience in your room, or how do you see that?
To me, it's not to the experience right now. It's about the development of fundamental skill set going into the first game, right? So who can get that better? Who can understand how to play the game, how to play a low pass, get off blocks? That's who we are, right? We're block destruction guys, and we have to learn how to do that first. The guys who can do that, embrace that, it's going to really have a chance to play, and that's the way I'm approaching it. Like if we're a freshman, sophomore, senior, it doesn't really matter. Who can understand what we're doing, what we're trying to do to play that first game?
Larry, as Dave said, there's been a ton of conversation in this offseason about defensive tackle.
Yeah.
But at defensive end, there's really just Caden and Kenyatta that have ever played at Ohio State.
Exactly right.
So how comfortable, confident are you have 4 there that are ready to, or close to ready to go?
I think we'll be ready to go. I think I feel pretty good about what we're doing. KJ and Caden has had a great fall camp. I mean, we haven't finished, but they're what I want to see, in leadership-wise. And then you have CJ's behind them, and then you have Bo Atkinson to give us some. Then the 2 young freshmen that came in are showing some promise also. So I feel pretty good about where we're heading if we can stay healthy. That's the big key.
There's obviously a big transition from linebacker to full-time defensive end.
Yep.
Have you seen the growth that you expected, or has it been more? Has it been like where?
I think the growth is starting to happen. It's really just understanding the position and what it takes. He can't be a third down guy. He's got to be able to play first and second down. And so I think that's the biggest growth. And playing on the line of scrimmage, playing to get big tackles and big tight end. I mean, that's a transformation of how to do that. But he's doing a great job of moving forward. So we just got to keep pushing forward.
Who was the last guy in your group that you think maybe had the twitch that CJ does off the edge? Is there a comparison?
Not really. Not really a comparison. But you're talking about 2 different styles of body, right? Opposed to a 6'5" guy, and Chase Young had that twitch, but he was 6'5". CJ's 6 feet, 243, just a different kind of speed. We got to find a way to use that speed in the right situation.
Larry, Edric said that he is going to be ready for the Texas game. How confident are you that he can not only be ready and available, but be an impact player?
Yeah, like I said, we got 16 days to get him ready, so we have to ramp up his reps and get him ready. Get him some inside drills, get him tough, and get him going. And hopefully we stay healthy too the next 16 days. I think he'll have a chance to play for us.
How disruptive can he be?
We'll find out August 30th. I mean, I think he's got a chance to be really special. Don't get me wrong. I think he's got a chance. But again, he's a young player learning how to develop. So I don't want to put all that pressure like he's got to go do this. He's just got to go play to his ability. And if he can do that, it gives us a chance to play really, really solid defense up front.
Who were you talking about just then? Who were you talking about? I couldn't hear the question.
Edric.
Oh, Ed.
Yeah.
Larry, when you lose 4 starters to the NFL and come back and you talk about some of that experience, how do you or do you change kind of the way you're teaching things or just the offseason? How did that change at all?
It did. So the springtime was trying to build fundamental skill set, make sure to understand the game because the guys have never been in the game. As we started fall camp, I kind of gone away from that. Really just kind of pushed the envelope, right? How hard can we play on the regular downs? How hard can we play on third down? It's trying to make sure they understand that it doesn't matter how many plays they play. If we can develop those reps in practice, going really hard, practicing really hard, I feel real confident we'll have a chance to go play in Texas and play full speed. And so my process has been like I am pushing them to the envelope, pushing them to the tilt to understand what it takes to play in the big time. They don't know yet. Now, there'll be jitters going into the first game, but if I can handle the fundamentals of being tough, getting off blocks, running to the ball, I mean, that's the base of who we are. It don't take any talent to do that.
Veteran guys like Tywan Malone, Will Smith Jr.,
Yeah.
third-year sophomores,
Yeah.
veterans. And the redshirt freshman, Eric Mensa, Jason Moore.
Yep.
Are any of those guys stepping up?
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Could you, I probably don't want to single guys out, but
Yeah.
if you would.
I think the whole group has kind of moved forward, to be honest with you. I think the group, we're rotating guys, 1s and 2s and 3s, and so we're trying to find the right evaluation. To me, it's right evaluation, I mean, I tell them every time.
Guys that he's coached in the past, and I like to pick his brain and things that he sees and things that he can help me on the edge. He cares as well. He wants to make sure that everybody's successful, and obviously, if you're on this team, I hope your goal is to make it to the NFL. So he's, like I said, he's been there. So anything to get there.
How much does he have you kind of moving around rather than just being a straight up coming off the edges, pass rushers, dropping in coverage or doing kind of different things?
Hey, whatever Coach Patricia has me do, I'm gonna line up and do it.
What have you learned about yourself in the transition to a new position? Couple more questions.
I mean, I love it. I feel like it's more fun rushing the passer, but also at the same point in time, it's still it's a learning process. I know I don't have everything figured out. That's why I'm constantly asking questions to Kenyatta, Curry, Coach Jay, and Coach Patricia. Just because I want to be the best me I can be and fulfill my potential to the best I can be. So.
Yeah. What are some of those areas that you're looking to grow in still, something new?
I keep that stuff to myself. Can't really put those up.
The learning process, is it like not getting snookers, I mean, is it anticipation, but don't let that drive you, Can you explain some of that?
Yeah, so like,
Don't have something in your head if it doesn't go that way. Your thoughts.
yeah, really it's just from being off the ball to on the ball now, it's more of not looking at the full picture and making sure I'm just looking at what's in front of me, the O-tackle, the running back, the tight end, with the quarterbacks looking at things like that.
Yeah. Who did that best last year on this team?
What do you mean?
Saw that picture like that, like you're talking about. JTT seemed to have a full picture in his head a lot of times.
Mhm.
Based on what's going on. Obviously, Caleb. but who just jumped out at you? Boy, I want to get to that level.
Of like, Caleb 100%. I feel like just being on the field, Caleb will call out the whole play before it happens. Like even if you watch film when we're watching film now, Caleb is pointing out where the ball's going before they even snap the ball. Like he'll point if it's a screen or anything like that. He's pointing to the receivers and who's getting the ball.
Does it drive the offense nuts?
Oh, 100%. And they try to flip it, and then he'll know that they're flipping it. So.
Start to wrap it up there, folks. Are you where you want to be, position-wise now? I mean, it's taken a while to end up there, for a full-time man. How settled does that make you? How confident does that make you that maybe you want a couple of years now?
I feel like it's all part of the process. Obviously, it's a different process now being a DN, and my goal now is to continue to keep my faith and trust in God and to trust the process with Coach Jay because of the fact I know what I can do on the edge. They know what I can do on the edge, but it's just make sure I continue to fulfill my potential there. Yeah. I mean, I'm an ice cream guy. You know, I don't stay that far from Gators right here on Lane, so it's not part of it, but like I said, I do love ice cream.
The difference in playing defensive end where you have to be a run stopper, there's more than just rushing the passer. How far along are you think in that growth to be where you feel like you could be a first and second down defensive end, not just a guy when there's an obvious passing situation?
Yeah, I'm definitely still growing in that aspect, but I feel like I'm farther along than I was in the spring for sure.
You've never been short of confidence, so this is obviously still a big adjustment. How do you balance the I need to get better, I want to get better, I'm working with I know I can do this? Like, is it hard to find that middle ground?
Not really, because of the fact I know, like I said, I know what I can do. I know what my job is. It's just the technique aspects, like the little things, being consistent on the little things.
All right, CJ, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
What's your order of Flynn with that question?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Not the black raspberry.
To the standard of the Rushmen, and they just follow after me.
Do you feel like you've been able to be a leader in a different way this year now that you are in position to be a starter?
No, not really, no.
Kenyatta, Larry said that losing 4 guys in the NFL draft has made him change kind of the way he's done things in Austin. He got a little bit more technical in the spring, and things are still moving pretty quick. How has that been, and how have you seen that pay off so far?
I mean, to him it might be different, but to like me, Caden Curtis, it's pretty much the same thing. Just the younger guys, just being accustomed to it. That's pretty much it.
You've been
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to finally being a starter and showing what you can do on an every down basis?
No, potentially I'm a starter, hopefully, but you know, I don't think about that, man. I just come in every day and just, you know, bust my butt every single day, just trying to get 1% better each and every day, preparing for the opponent that we have coming up.
Let's say you are a starter, but you've made plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially last year and stuff. What is, in your mind, the difference between being a starter and the guy that goes in? The guy that goes in and if you reach that point, that you feel good about that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, being a starter, being named a starter is, you know, that's a good thing. But, you know, even if you going in, making plays, you playing a lot or whatever, that's good as well, too. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, you know. A starter and a guy that plays a lot, I mean, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. You know, Coach Patricia told us, I think you've even spoke this to him, but that you want to lead every drill, you want to be that guy. Has that always been your approach?
Yeah, but, you know,
Where's that come from?
I mean, just Little League, just pretty much you know, my Little League coaches and my dad, well, my parents, Sonny Styles, bro. But, you know, just the Little League coaches, my parents, my family, just, you know, they just teach me to be a leader, not a follower. So that's pretty much where it came from, just my family, for real.
Yeah, what have you seen from Zion and Epi so far?
Who?
Zion and Epi.
They're doing pretty well. You know, same thing I said, you know, they come in each and every day, just bust their behind, trying to get, you know, better each and every day.
Some of your teammates were saying at Big Ten Media Days they think you could be a first-round draft pick. What does it mean to you when you hear something like that?
I mean, it's great, but like I said, I don't really, you know, get into that thing. I come in, I just get better and better and better. And, you know, if God, you know, blessed me to be a first rounder, then he blessed me to be a first rounder, but I'm trying to get better.
Is that something that's a goal of yours?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really, I care, but if it comes, it comes.
Kenyon, what's different about you this year, this version of you compared to
My mindset, like I said, man, just trying to get better each and every day. You know, it started, you know, in the winter when I really realized that, you know, I'm gonna be one of the top guys in the room, and I needed to be a leader in the room. And you know, it started in the weight room. You know, I gained about like 10 pounds, you know, 8 pounds of lean mass, or whatever it is. But you know, it started in the weight room. My mindset, Coach Mick, Coach Day, Coach Jay, they really, you know, tapped into my mindset, and made me realize, like, you know, I have to be a productive player this year, and that's where it started.
Was that role, because there's a lot of guys in your recruiting class
Mm-hmm.
that have to wait their turn.
Yeah.
Maybe longer than you anticipated having to wait your turn. And here you are, you're finally getting that opportunity. I know you're trying to downplay all of this stuff, but have you been actively waiting to be in this position, to whether it's production, but also just be the guy, be the face, be the leader of the room?
I'm gonna be honest. I did not want to be the leader of this room at first. In the winter, you know, it was tough. It was tough. You know, I don't tell nobody this, but you know, it'll be days where, you know, Coach Mick and, you know, the other coaches will be hard on the D line, and it'll be tough. And I'll go home and, you know, shed tears, like real talk. But you know, I stayed with it. I stuck with it. You know, Coach Jay, Coach Day, and Coach Mick, you know, they helped me along with it, and I'm in this position now.
Why didn't you want it?
You know, the other years, you know, you just that type of player that, you know, Jack, JT, Tyleek, and Ty, and then you had Zach Harrison in my freshman year. It was like I was in that, you know, sit back role. But now it hit me where I had to be the guy. I had to be one of the leaders in the room. So it was kind of scary, but like I said, I stuck with it. They helped me along with it, and we're here now.
What was it like being comfortable being?
Yeah.
More questions for Kenyatta. About what point this offseason did you start to feel comfortable being the guy who had to speak up, being the guy who had to be?
I'll say midwinter. Like I said, in the beginning of the winter, it was tough, but you know, coaches helped me, man. And then the younger guys, and you know, Caden Curry and Taiwan Malones, and you know, the older people that was in the room, they started, you know, buying along to it too. So yeah.
You and have kind of been through the same run here
Mm-hmm.
together. How much easier has that process been that Stephen's talking about when you have a guy like Caden who knows what it's like to be in that room the whole time that you guys have been waiting your turn?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's comfortable. Like you said, when we came in together, you know, we're in the same position, you know, waiting our turn, just waiting, and just a guy to, you know, share a room with that, you know, that dealt with the same thing. It's pretty comfortable. I mean, I don't know, but it's pretty comfortable.
Jeremiah, obviously.
Who's your favorite teammate? Sonny or Edric?
Edric Houston.
You and Jeremiah obviously went to the same high school. What was it like to see Jeremiah come in last year and do the things he did as a freshman?
Man, I try to let him know. Even before he got on campus, I try to tell people, man, he's going to be a dog. And they didn't want to believe me until, you know, that clip of him catching the ball over there. And then that's when people really started to realize, like, he's going to be a good player. But, man, he's going to be great, man. He just keep his head down and be humble and, you know, keep pushing each and every day. He's going to be a great player.
Kenyatta, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it, folks, for today.